winless and retained over Saban the Sheik and Dunn on Impact. Thursday, Eric Young subbed for an injured Consequences Creed and ended up pinning Shelley to defeat the Guns in a tag. Shelley looks to avenge that tag team loss. Eric Young gets a shot at the X Division title, but EY insists that Shelley's partner, Chris Saban, not be involved. Here it is, X Division title to open against all odds.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your opening contest live at TNA's Against Odds. It is for the TNA X Division Championship. Scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the challenger from Nashville, Tennessee, Showtime, Eric Young.
The one thing that we have seen, Don, from Eric Young past several months, that level of confidence rising. And I don't think there's any question after what went down on Impact, where he pinned the shoulders of Alex Shelley down to the mat. The confidence, it's with the challenger tonight.
His opponent from Detroit, Michigan, representing the Motor City Machine Guns. He is the defending TNA X Division Champion, Alex Shelley.
Mike, this is where the history of Alex Shelley, the wrestler can be changed tonight. It's one thing to win that X Division title. It's another thing to hold on to it with challenger after challenger after challenger. We talked about Eric Young, who's held that belt briefly, only to have it taken away. Eric Young gets his shot one-on-one with Alex Shelley, and the thing about it, he doesn't have to worry about Chris Saban.
You look at the reigning champion, Alex Shelley, and maybe you say to yourself, this is your chance to prove to the world that you can beat tough competition in a title match without the help of somebody like Chris Saban.
Well, you know, you're so used to that partner being there. You're so used to being the yin to their yang and knowing what they're going to do in that chemistry. Keep your eye on Alex Shelley and wonder and notice if there's any point in time where he's looking for that help that's not going to come. Eric Young is going to be focused on one thing, and that's just Alex Shelley. But like I said, the longer Alex Shelley can hold this title, the greater his story will be told in the future.
Absolutely jam-packed, standing room only crowd on hand here tonight in Orlando and against all odds here at the Impact Zone. And they're going to be vocal, and you can hear them respond. EY able to drop down right on Shelley and then drives him over the top and down to the floor with the clothesline.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to take you back in the past a little bit, but the Eric Young we're seeing now is the Eric Young that I remember in the beginning days of TNA when he was a part of the original Team Canada when we had the X Games. I mean, it was just absolutely incredible. This guy was kind of known as a daredevil of the Canadian team, and you know what? He's getting that again. You talked about it. That confidence level, he just really is focused with what he's doing in the ring, Mike.
Also outsmarting Alex Shelley. You saw Shelley come all the way back up the ramp. EY waited for him in the ring, and then when Shelley came, Eric Young told him, we're going to do this on my time, on my terms, just like that drop kick. I think he's going to go slingshot here, and does, into the crossbody block down onto the floor.
I'll tell you what, Alex Shelley just able to get out of the way enough to keep that from being a real crucial blow. But Eric Young is dictating the pace. There is no doubt about that. Eric Young's game plan right now is going the way he wants it to go, and he's got to be relentless. One thing about Alex Shelley, he's so versatile. He does so many different things, and he just took the feet right out from underneath Eric Young.
Caught EY completely unaware that time, almost as if he clotheslined the legs of Eric, and you saw that Young went down face first on the apron. Forearm shot, the exchange outside. Senior official, referee Rudy Charles, puts in the count. Wild swing and a miss, and Eric ends up going ribs first right into the steel.
I'll tell you what, Alex Shelley just turned this thing so quick. And look at that knee, that shot from the knee that sends Eric Young right into the steel guardrail. And I'll tell you, we've seen wicked shots already by Alex Shelley. The shot where Eric Young hit his head on the ring apron, that shot getting his back crunched, and Alex Shelley now taking control.
Boy, double impact with that blow, catching him right in the chest, and then also the back going into the steel. The quick recovery by Eric enables him to turn it around and drive Shelley into the guardrail on that side. Eric going to go high risk here up on top.
Too soon, way too soon to try that. He exposed himself too early. And Alex Shelley, just like Eric Young a few minutes earlier, able to recover quicker than he thought, and that time it really hurt Eric Young as he caught his ribs on that steel guardrail.
Couldn't agree with you more. Shelley not worn down sufficiently to try that type of a move off the top, and it's going to come back to haunt EY here. And did you hear that one? The shot to the chest with the leg, very stiff, just echoed all throughout the building.
And this is kind of that versatility I was talking about, Alex Shelley. I mean, the guy, he uses that cocky attitude to his advantage, and it gets inside your head. But the guy can mat wrestle you. He can high fly. He can use speed. He can use strength. He really is a very unique, different sort of X Division wrestler.
Never been a question about the in-ring ability of one Alex Shelley. You can almost say the same for his Guns partner, Chris Sabin. It's just been that attitude as of late. The things that we have seen, especially when it comes to turning their backs on the other members of the TNA front line.
And you know what? And I know this is going to sound hypocritical, but I think of, last week on Impact when you saw that apathetic attitude of those guys not coming to help, and then, but a part of you still, deep down, you can't help but like Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin just because of that ability that they show you, and you know they're young, and you know they're brash. So it's a catch-22 with me. At times they just piss me off, and other times I just sing their praises. You know what I mean, Mike?
Watch him rock back here, and he's got EY stretched and in trouble. Lost the grip on that variation of the death lock around the legs of Eric Young, and EY in trouble. You can see him favoring the chest as well as his back, and it all goes back to that shot that he took right out here in front of us against the steel.
Well, I tell you, Alex Shelley showing us something different every time. Look how he put the knee right into the gut, turned him inside out, and then caught him with the kick right in the back of the head. I mean, there's just a viciousness to these moves here by Alex Shelley, and brings that knee straight down.
All of his weight, all of his power, dropping down with the knee across the previously injured chest of Eric Young. And now you saw him stepping on the hand, the fingers of EY. Shelley going to pick Young up by the head and going to take him and set him up and light up his chest with that knife-edge chop.
I mean, when you put your feet on the fingers like that, you apply the pressure, your fingers go numb. And when your fingers are numb, you can't get a grip. You can't feel confident when you're gripping onto something. A nice clothesline, kind of out of desperation. But Eric Young missed with that shoulder block, and it cost him.
Well scouted by Shelley, that outside-in shoulder block. He's seen that before. And now with Eric in a vulnerable position across the ropes, Shelley comes off the top and drives the knee again to the back.
I'll tell you what, think about that knee from the distance that it hit the back of Eric Young. Just, like I said, everything that Alex Shelley's doing tonight has just got a little extra force to it. Just a lot more wicked blows than you think. When you think about that technically perfect match that Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin wrestled against each other in Genesis. I mean, there's nothing like it.
Well, referee Rudy Charles really giving both of these competitors leeway when it comes to potentially counting them out of the ring here in this title match. I think that was Shelley trying to attempt a catapult, but Eric able to stop him and instead turn it around, drive him into the corner, and here comes Young again, and Eric just crashes over the top turnbuckle down to the floor.
I'll tell you what, he half landed on the concrete too. As you can see, Eric Young bowling on his back, holding his back in pain. As Alex Shelley grabbing him by the hair, posing to the camera, just those little things that he does that irks you. And if you're Eric Young, you can't worry about that. You just got to think about finding your openings, taking them, and taking control of this match again.
A confident Shelley looks to put away Eric Young and keep the X Division gold. Backs him up into the corner. Eric not able to fight back at all, just defensive here totally for the past minute or so, and Shelley comes charging across, caught him with one elbow, full speed ahead, drives another one in, gonna go back to the well a third time, and this time it's the basement drop kick.
I'll tell you what, that speed there of Alex Shelley, just not giving Eric Young a chance to move out of the way. He's trying too hard to catch his breath. As you see the pin attempt gets to two.